I was actually going just to pretty much do my game day routine. I was actually on my way back from having breakfast.
It was a Saturday. It was the 24th of April because we had a home game here on the Saturday night, a doubleheader against Sandringham.
On my way back, yeah, the guy, I'm assuming, or they pretty much told me that the guy ended up having a slight heart attack and just ended up veering into my lane. So it was just one of those one in a million kind of things that was going to happen.
And I got a call from CJ and he said, you need to Google map the Alfred Hospital right now. And I said, what for? And he said, Lester's been involved in a car accident.
The only thing I do remember is waking up and being a little startled that the guy was actually reaching over me to undo my seatbelt, and that kind of shocked me, so I kind of had a snap at him. After that, I heard one of the other firefighters or ambulance drivers were saying that they had to cut me out of the car because the way the car was damaged, they couldn't get me out just from the door itself.
It was an awful car ride in because originally what had happened is the police had knocked on CJ's door, and the police said, you know, do you know Lester Strong? And they said he's been involved in a serious car accident, and they said it was a suspected broken neck.
The first time I woke up in the hospital, I kind of knew what happened then, but the first question I had to the doctors was pretty much, how was the other driver?
We got to see him and he was in a bad state. He was very, his face was all cut up.
They said that everything was pretty much going to be okay. There was no fatal injuries except for the burn to my leg and the scar across my face.
I found out early afternoon or middle afternoon on the Saturday when we had to play Sandringham here.
Number 9, sponsored by Jetlag, Big Hill.
I first heard about it when I got to the game that night, and Graham Longstaff came up to me and told me that Lester had been in an accident and it was pretty serious.
I don't think I coached very well that night at all, and it was all a bit of a blur to me. That doesn't happen to me too often, and I've coached a lot of games.
The crowd was pretty shocked. It was a pretty dull night. We did lose a game, I think, by 8 or 9 points, but there really wasn't much feeling about that game. It was just about, you know, Lester's recovery.
As soon as they said that I was okay to pretty much leave, I actually wanted to leave the next day.
The level of road trauma he had enabled him to be discharged from hospital relatively early, and he was pretty much under my care probably within a week after the accident. We worked closely with the doctors from the Alfred, and you know, we had our limits set by them, and you know, we worked within them and sometimes beyond them, but that's just Lester. You never have to encourage the man to do the extra few reps, or to take the challenge of doing a pull session in the morning, do a weight session in the afternoon, come and see me in the afternoon after that.
When I'm having a down day, I usually come in and work out, so it usually gives me a little pickup. I usually just clear my mind. I just leave everything that happens, or you know, good or bad, outside, and when I'm in the gym, it's pretty much just thinking about the gym.
His leg strength was something that we had to work on a lot to try and get it up to the level that he was expecting and he was wanting. He's one of those guys that is a great credit to the club. He's fantastic with the kids at a junior level, and look, overall he's a real credit to his family and to himself.